Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jesse with Jesse Gonzalez Fishing, and today I'm going to show you how I modified my Yeti bucket to become a bait bucket. So what I did was, on this side, I have my whole aeration system on this pocket. I have both of my hoses running underneath this lip right here, and the reason I did that is every time I see a bait bucket, especially a modified one that people turn into bait buckets with aeration systems, they always run the hoses up top through the lid, and every time they want to grab bait, they always pull open the lid, and the hose is still attached to the lid, and before you know it, you have your bubbles not in the bucket anymore, and it just makes a big old mess. So I decided to run it under this lip. That way, if I need bait, just pop it off and the bubbles keep going. I'll get to this in the later part of my video on how I did it. The other thing that I did was, I'm sure you see a bunch of holes drilled throughout the top of my bucket. Kind of have them spaced out all over the place. Got two right here. And the reason I did that is this Yeti bucket, when you buy the lid, it has a really crazy seal on it. So what happens, especially on a hot day, is when you have that thing pressed all the way down, it creates a real tight seal, and it pretty much becomes an oven in here for all your bait. And the reason I know that is because I took this out and field tested it, and guess what? I had all my bait die on me. It was super hot in here when I opened it. It was like an oven. It's like when you go in a car and after a long hot day, you open up the door, and guess what? All that heat in there. So yeah, fixed that problem. Just drilled a bunch of 1/4-inch holes up here. The next thing is I have a bunch of backup, and what I mean by that is I have extra AA batteries for my aerators, extra hoses, stones. I have 2 of them in here. Bait knife. What do I have in here? I have a stringer. You can never have too many of those. And I also have, I don't know, I think it's about a 15-foot rope. And that comes in handy when I have to, when I don't stop by the bait shop and I have to throw this bucket in the ocean on the jetties to get fresh water to put my bait in. So it's always nice having a rope in there with a loop on it. That way I could just loop it through, throw my bucket in, get some fresh water, and good to go. Now, I do have 2 hoses running through here. Like I said, I'll show you the aeration system in a second. And the whole purpose behind that is I have 2 mini bubblers in there. And you can either run one for 20 hours and swap over to the second for another 20 hours, or I can run both at the same time. Alright guys, I'm pretty sure y'all have some questions about that right there. So yes, I put a LED light in my Yeti bucket. What I did was I bought a couple of these guys. Now, let's see if I can show you on camera. You can get these on Amazon. I think it was like 15 bucks for 10 of them. Also comes with a remote. And what I did was I just threw it in there. They're waterproof. They come with batteries, comes with a remote. Actually comes with 2 remotes. And the reason I did that was took advantage of this clear honeycomb lid that Yeti makes. There's a lot of times when I'm out fishing in the middle of the night, and you know, sometimes I can't see everything. Yeah, even with my headlamp on, it's always nice to know where my bait bucket's at. Acts as my chair, where my chair is at. Just a good home point of where all my tackle, my gear, put my backpack next to it. So it's just nice being able to see this from a distance. Also, if you're trying to catch your bait, you can see all your bait in there. Now, I also am running 2 weighted stones. I used to always clip weights on the bottom of these because, you know, you don't want them floating. And I actually found these weighted stones at Academy. They're pretty nice. And here's the lights. Like I said, waterproof LED, works great. Here's my little bait net, also floats. But yeah, it's pretty great. Maybe a little over the top, but I can see all my bait in there. I know a lot of times it's not easy to catch what you have in there because those little fish are pretty quick, but at least I can see where they're going and scoop them up real fast and see my bucket from a distance. So hope y'all enjoyed that. I'm gonna get to my aeration system next. So here's my aeration system. Now, before I get into it, I do fish a lot of saltwater. So this is one of my previous aerators. This is a Baby Bubbles, and these things work great. They actually last a long time. But if you look closely, you can see all this rust buildup on there. And if you open it, so I can get a good light on that, that's what happens over time, especially if we fish saltwater a lot. Now, I did get this idea from a video I watched, and it was about this 14-year-old kid from Florida, I believe. He has a line of live wells that are portable called Taken Line, Takinline, and I saw that he was able to fit 2 of the Baby Bubbles inside a waterproof box. And the second I saw that, I was like, wow, this kid is onto something. I don't know, I'm not sure how he rigged it. I just saw that he had 2 inside there. So I thought that was the greatest idea in the world, especially because I fish saltwater a lot, and what a better way to keep my aeration system from getting all rusted out than to put it in a waterproof box, which I'm sure we all have a lot of, especially if you're out kayaking all the time. So all I did was I popped off the clips on the back of them, which is the clip right here that actually just folds over. You can unscrew it. The second thing I did was I popped off this switch right here. I clipped the wires and I just extended them. I just put 2 more longer wires on it, and what I did was I ran the switches. So I cut 2 holes, or 2 squares I should say, right up here and right over here. And as you can see, you know, obviously they're not in there no more, so I just ran the wires up. Still waterproof for the most part, keeps all the condensation out of it. And I've taken it to the coast once and it's been great. These things are brand new in there. So got 2 switches for each one. This one runs that one, this one runs the second one. And like I said earlier, I can have one on, both on. I can run one till it dies, run the second one. Or if you have a whole bunch of fish in there that require a lot of oxygen, you can just run both. So this is my aeration system, and like I said, I got the idea from a kid in Florida that shoved 2 of these things in there. I had no idea you can do that, and I just ran the wires, ran the switches myself, drilled out 2 holes so these things fit in there. If I want to take them out, just pop them right out. If I want to put them in, just pop them right in. Green Outfitters, great place in Green, Texas. Love this place. They actually carry some very high quality gear there. So if you have a chance here in the New Braunfels area, stop by, check them out. All right, guys, y'all have a great day.